Welcome back, another episode. A man was shot in an episode of CSI, Vegas. He was able to escape the gunman. He nearly was run over and collapsed on the street. John Doe was nearly hit by a limo driver who called for help, but it was too late to save him. Before help could get to him, he died. Moreover, he passed away before he could say his name. Not only do the cops lack a bullet, they are also clueless about the identity of this man. A search was conducted on John Doe. There was a through and through in the bullet. It ought to have remained embedded in the wound. What made it mysterious was that it wasn't. CSI was particularly interested in learning how a gunshot might vanish from sight. There wasn't a bullet, no identity. Where the victim was shot is unknown. Getting a name used to have an answer. His prints may have been run through the database. Lead was no longer used in glassmaking many years ago. That coincided with their discovery of the health hazards associated with smoking. They discovered who their victim was since not many stores would carry that. Neil was his name. He owned an antiquities business out of a very ancient structure. The family has owned the building for many years. Neil takes care of the store while his daughter is there. That evening, his daughter decided to attend a party, so she went out. Now that her father had passed away without her present, she was kicking herself. The daughter has no idea who may harm her father. While CSI was there, she looked through the security footage. The moment Neil is shot, the video ends. They also discovered that several guitars had been taken, in addition to an Elvis Presley hairpiece. It turns out that Jim, the daughter's boyfriend, was the thief. Neil wasn't shot by Jim. When he spotted Neil falling out of the store, he took advantage of the situation and went to steal. He started by going to the cash register. It was immovable. Then, thinking he could sell them at a pawn shop, he snatches the guitar. Jim is a movie theater employee. He covered everything in theater popcorn dust. Bo knew it, having spent years trying to replicate that unique popcorn magic. He gave Penny assistance. In this murder case, Penny was handed the lead. She required as much assistance as possible. It was Chris's job to assist her. They found a way around the fact that they were partners after all. Max advised her to quit second-guessing herself as they were discussing it. Under Allie's direction, their closing percentage rose by 17%. She was performing admirably. Simply said, not everyone would initially recognize that. Allie had to give Chris a call. Chris could assist them in determining why the cameras all stopped working at the same moment as the clocks. Chris couldn't locate any pictures of the murderer. Fortunately, Penny figured out why the bullet went missing. She saw that Neil had not been shot at all. It was while sipping boba tea that he swallowed a magnet. She also discovered chewing tobacco remnants. Lou Sherman was the owner of the DNA. He was also known as Uncle Lou. He was Neil's daughter's godfather. Lou and Neil were in a band together once. They were well known. They were wealthy. After Neil got married and had a family, he abandoned all of that. Lou alone was not wanted by anyone. Lou took up road work. He could only remain close to individuals who were still well known in this way. For the past few weeks, Lou has also been bringing Neil boba tea. He concealed the magnet with that, so all they needed to do to establish Lou's guilt was to locate the magnet. They questioned him as they searched his automobile. Penny and Chris collaborated to find the murderer. There was really no other time they could have collaborated. They are insensitive to one another. Following their argument over the case's resolution, Penny expressed her desire to no longer be his partner. They also achieved a breakthrough with the robot's homicide. Max managed to test the synthetic DNA that was discovered in Valerie Hammonds' flat. She discovered that Truman Thomas's company has been using robots to create synthetic DNA for him, and that there's a chance the millionaire is involved in multiple killings. Max discovered that Thomas kept a secret laboratory. She accompanied Chris and Catherine there. They lacked a warrant, so they were merely going to snap pictures. They were discovered prying. It was poison for Chris. Max was grabbed. Who knows what became of Catherine, either. For more videos, subscribe.